Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen, Allincrypto here, and welcome back, guys, for what is going to be nothing short of another jam-packed daily market update. And of course, we are going to be starting off with the big news over the past 24 hours as we see Grayscale looking to launch, or officially launching, I should say, an XRP Trust. This is likely making way for an XRP ETF. We even have the man, the myth, and the legend himself, Mr. Eric Balanchunas, the guy to follow when it comes to ETFs within the United States and further afield, is also chiming in on this, citing deja vu in regards to the kind of lineage that we've seen other crypto assets go on in their venture towards getting an ETF. So we're going to be covering that to start the video off. This has broader ramifications for the crypto space at large. We looked at some comments from Brad Garlinghouse himself yesterday, talking about how you're going to have multiple ETFs of multiple different cryptos. You're going to have baskets like what we already see offer in regards to Bitwise and 21 shares. And remember, we look at these and the direction they're heading in to give us that sort of more further bullish clarity on the crypto space at large, just like with crypto stocks like Coinbase, which we're going to be talking about in this daily market update. When they sort of look bullish, when it walks, talks, and quacks like a duck, ladies and gentlemen, it's a duck. I had to get that in there. I'm sorry. But we will be discussing that to start the video, and then we're going to be going over to the Bitcoin chart. We're going to be doing a live stream tonight, ladies and gentlemen, so we are going to start doing a lot more lives. It's a great way for me to interact with you guys, answer any questions you guys have, and spend an hour or so talking about the crypto space. And I think what certainly we're going to look to do in Friday's live streams is cover the interesting news that some people may have missed over the past week and talk about some relevant things as it relates. So we'll be looking at Bitcoin. Then we're going to be talking about Coinbase. Now, we've been in Coinbase since the $30, $40 range. And I have a Patreon of people. Also, I know many of you that follow me would have known that we were in Coinbase and have been in Coinbase since down here. Right down here. And this has done very well for us, and we think it's got higher to go. Coinbase are and continue to venture into the AI space. And I think there's going to be a crossover with crypto and AI in a big way. And of course, Coinbase are looking to enable this. Certainly a couple of weeks back, we had the news that they had facilitated a AI to AI transaction, monetary transaction using crypto. This is huge because if AI is going to interact with the real world and act as an agent, kind of like a real life RuneScape bot or something like that, having the ability to do that is going to be a big part. And you're going to see entirely new economies and businesses and things like that. Think of all these drop shipping arbitrages and things like that. AI is just going to totally replace. And if you can figure out how to configure that, you're going to do very well. And actually, AI can code these bots for it. It's a very interesting world that we're moving towards, that is for sure. So we will be talking about that, and then we're going to be talking about some legal news as it relates to the crypto space and the SEC. So Kraken is seeking a jury trial to contest SEC's allegations of operating unregistered security exchange. They're fighting this all the way. We also had McHenry and others actually accused Gary Gensler of, where is it? A violation of Civil Service Reforms Act, which is super interesting, which we're going to be looking at. There was also some leaked documents or some accidentally published documents from the SEC. I love it when they take an L, because I don't think that if we had an agency like that was there truly for the people, I would support them. However, they are not. They haven't protected you guys from one single crypto catastrophe. Yet they've profited from pretty much all of them, which is rather interesting. I think they completely hostilely took over Binance. A big fan of CZ. I get a lot of flack on the channel for being a fan of CZ, but I think, as a fellow entrepreneur, as somebody in the crypto space, he's done nothing but good. And ultimately, they completely clowned him by putting him in jail for 4 months, for charging him $4 billion, so on and so forth. So let's get into the video. Now we've rambled on. This was the big news from yesterday. And you can see we are proud to announce Grayscale XRP Trust. And this is essentially now enabled. And this is really paving the way for an XRP ETF. The interesting thing about XRP's legal status is it is one of the few cryptocurrencies that has gone through the rigmarole with the SEC, that has won, that has legal clarity on regards to its status, and is likely, certainly after the defeat, going to be in that frontal position, potentially over Solana at this point, in regards to having an ETF enabled. And this is likely why Grayscale have made the move that they have. I know many of you don't like XRP out there. It's totally fine. We all have preferences. I just happen to see real value in it in much the same way that Amazon revolutionized e-commerce or commerce generally. I think XRP is going to do the same thing with certainly money and finance more broadly. And I'm more of the thinking now in my wise old age that Bitcoin is not going to replace money. And actually what we're going to see is digital ledgers, distributed ledgers, actually revolutionize the current monetary system that we have. And they're going to continue to propagate the Ponzi because in order for us to move on to an entirely new monetary system, there's a lot of pain that comes with that. And I think they want everyone to endure pain. But, people don't want to wake up. There's been certainly since March 2020 onwards, so many things that people should have already woken up about, and they're still burying their heads within the sand. And I think XRP is going to play a huge role in that world we're moving towards. But Grayscale launching a GBTC of XRP. Ooh, it's like deja vu all over again. So even Eric looking at the possibilities of a XRP ETF. Grayscale to launch a US XRP Trust, paving the way for potential ETF. Grayscale is announcing the launch of US's first XRP Trust and so-called close-end fund that will offer accredited investors direct exposure to XRP. Big news, guys. Whether you like XRP or not, we think it's going to do well. Before we get on to Bitcoin, let us just highlight our price prediction for it. I'm holding XRP for this price prediction to take place. I see all these ding-dongs on Twitter saying, oh, look at the moon. Well, take a zoomed-out approach. And it's not really done a lot, has it? But it will. And our price prediction, of course, is $19.27. Lots of people highlighting this pattern. I don't think anybody quite understands what it is, barring a few. So on to Bitcoin now. This is obviously huge news in regards to XRP. We're very excited about it. I don't think that's going to be the catalyst for XRP's price doing very well. Or getting to $19. I think more the realization of what it is and what it's going to become is going to see that be fulfilled. Again, if you don't like XRP, that's fine. I think the ETF is but a small part of a greater puzzle in regards to the upside that we're going to see for XRP. So in regards to Bitcoin, you know the plan. In tonight's live stream, I will pull up 10, 15, 20 charts perhaps of this going on and making higher prices. The structure that we're seeing in Bitcoin is very common. We always knew you were going to capitulate or consolidate. I should say not capitulate because this isn't really capitulation. In and around the all-time highs. In much the same manner that you do. We see it all over the place, and we'll show examples of that. We used Vanex Semiconductors as a great example for this at SMH. See this? Exact same consolidation pattern, ultimately leading to broader upside continuation. We're bullish on Vanex Semiconductors as well, despite all the bearish calls. When are the bears going to just switch sides? Because it's kind of, I don't know what to say really in regards to doubling down on being wrong. I think that's not the smartest thing to do. This is going to likely result in upside. We've got confluencing patterns. We've got a macro picture that's very supportive of that. It's just a case of hanging in there and allowing this to take place. When this does break out of this sort of broadening, descending flag-like pattern, your altcoins are going to fly, ladies and gentlemen, and we're positioned ready for that. We'll be doing a number of price predictions in regards to this cycle on a number of altcoins, so do watch out for that. In regards to Coinbase news, so we've been bullish on Coinbase since down here when we had this sort of inverse head and shoulders playing out, smaller one. Target for that was met up here. We've now got a broader one playing out, and we believe this is going to see you get to $413. Remember, we've been calling this since $30. So you're up significantly on this. This is going to likely see that continuation. I did expect it out of this pattern here, but it's kind of fallen short. It is what it is. Your trend is largely still intact, in my opinion, and you're likely going to see that $413. And I think there's a number of reasons for that internally with the crypto space and how Coinbase is the kind of institutional enabler of it. But actually, I think there's going to be a massive AI crossover. So exploring the intersection of data, AI, and blockchain with Coinbase. This is from Cointelegraph. No offense to the individual that conducted this podcast. Cointelegraph, if you're watching, I will do your podcasts for you for £1 million a month. No, I'm joking, of course. I'd probably do them for free. Certainly if you can hook me up with guests. Of course, we have our own podcast, ALLIN, but I'm more than happy to interview these individuals for you. Coinbase Chief Operating Officer Chris Feng discusses how on-chain data is evolving into a new asset class and how AI is reshaping the Web3 ecosystem. In a recent episode of Cointelegraph, not CoinDesk, I do apologize, Hashing It Out podcast, Chris Feng, co-founder and Chief Operating Officer of Coinbase, joins host Alicia to discuss the evolving role of data and artificial intelligence in the blockchain ecosystem. The podcast delves into how technologies drive new development within the Web3 space, shedding light on the untapped potential of on-chain data as a crucial asset for both industries. I believe it is. And I think Coinbase is going to play a role, not only in the enabling of AI to transact with the real world, but also in regards to potentially tokenizing data and things like this. They've obviously got their own. You've got to think, right? They are the only company out there with their own blockchain that is public. This company is going to do very, very well. Very, very well. A key point discussed was the intersection of artificial intelligence and blockchains. According to Feng, the rise of AI has significantly impacted how businesses operate, with blockchains playing a crucial role in ensuring transparency and trust in data. You know, Chainlink really solved that problem. We're massively bullish on Chainlink. Coinbase addresses this by providing a network that converts raw blockchain data into actionable insights of AI applications, allowing models to better understand the process blockchain data. And process blockchain data. So there's a number of narratives that see Coinbase do well, and we're all over that, guys. We still hold, of course, Coinbase from a significantly cheaper price. We obviously still hold Coinbase from a significantly cheaper price and are going to continue to do so just because we see so many narratives that we believe see it do exceptionally well. On to a little bit of legal news now. Kraken seeks jury trial to contest SEC's allegations of operating a unregistered securities exchange. There was a judge in this case that said there's no sort of, we don't know why you're saying where, there's been no finding of anything referencing a crypto asset security in history, of course. It's a new thing, and this is largely a made-up thing from the SEC. In November 2023, the SEC charged Payward Incorporated, which is Kraken, and Payward Ventures Incorporated, the companies behind Kraken, with operating the digital asset platform as an unregistered security exchange broker-dealer and clearing agency. The regulator listed Sol, Ada, Algo, Atom, Filecoin, Flow, ICP, Mana, Matic, Near, and OMG. I miss you guys. It's been a while since I've heard that. Old dog. Tokens unregistered securities. So while Kraken sought to dismiss the lawsuit, the US court denied its motion in August. This August just gone. The US SEC had similar allegations in the lawsuit against Binance and Coinbase, which they seem to be losing along with XRP. I think they're going to win this, and the good news is they're going after them and fighting them on this, not just capitulating. Interesting how you've got McHenry and a number of others actually coming out and really zealously going after Gensler. This is some sort of breaking news in regards to this. Came out on the 10th of September, so 3 days old now. And they're essentially questioning or doing a report into Gensler based on hiring and the breaking of the Civil Service Reform Act, which is interesting. And I think any kind of wins against Gensler and the SEC really is a win for crypto at this point. So that is it from me, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you in this evening's video. And of course, our live stream, I think it's going to come out around about 5 p.m. UK time. Looking forward to seeing you all there. And on that note, I'm wishing you all a fabulous Friday. See you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next.